at Wilkie's Place on Lambie Street, Isabella, San Fernando, where we are about to meet a veteran singer, songwriter, composer, entertainer.
Previously, on Talking to the Stars,
You have been nominated for several international music awards. Let's talk about that.
You say several like it's a whole bunch, it's not so much. Let's talk about Who Let the Dogs Out. Who Let the Dogs Out, I am, by the Grammy Award Committee, I am recognized as the Grammy Award winning songwriter for the song Who Let the Dogs Out.
tonight, part 2 of our Talking to the Stars series.
If I wasn't into music, I don't know if you know this, but I had a career in the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. For the young upcoming artists, if you know you're true to this, if you know this is your calling, if you know you were placed on this planet, you were placed on this planet to do this, then do it every day, every minute, every moment. Live it, breathe it, eat it, sleep it, think it.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm Simply Heather and you are watching Talking to the Stars. Today we have with us a veteran entertainer who performed all over the world. He is a Grammy Award winner, songwriter for his smash hit, Who Let the Dogs Out.
Yes, yes. The party was late, the party was pumping. Hey, and yippee-yi-yo, and everybody having a ball. Yeah, man, yippee-yi-yo.
I'm talking about none other than Anselm Douglas. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on Talking to the Stars.
You've traveled all over the world performing. Where would you say was your most memorable performances?
Trinidad. I mean, honestly, I've been to Palestine. I've been to Israel. I've been to Sweden. I've been to London. I've been to all over the U.S., or Canada, Zimbabwe. I performed, but there's something about standing up in front of a Trinidad and Tobago crowd. And you asked about my most memorable performance. It has to go back to Brass Festival in PSA. Those days we used to have, it was like, Marshall had a song, Band Need Band. It was about band, it was about horns, it was about brass, it was about energy, it was about, I can't explain it, but to see 35,000 people, just moving, jumping, waving, big flag, small flag, all kind of flag, dust in the air, policeman whine, everybody up in that time. I think if I could get back to that moment or that time in our, I know things move on, but if I could get back to that time in our music when it was about music, when it had bands from Barbados and Guyana and Jamaica and Trinidad and Barbados and everybody here for Brass Festival and everybody jamming, and people in front of the stage. And those days the audience wasn't untouchable. You weren't so separated from the audience. You could have leave. Well, people came, there were fetters. People came to fet. People say you're going to the fet now, but when you go to the fet, everybody only powdering and dulsing up and selfie and doing duck mouth and the pout mouth. And so I don't know if we still understand the term fet when women used to walk on the fet with a shoe in their hand. That was an era, that was a time that I don't know if it'll ever come back, but we were a nation of fetters, and I would like to see it come back. But that era, that time was my most memorable time.
If you were not doing music, what would have been your next career of choice?
If I wasn't into music, I don't know if you know this, but I had a career in the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. I love the sea, I love sailing, and one day I always say before God takes me off this beautiful green earth, I have to own a beautiful yacht, but I love the water, I love being a sailor, so probably would have been a sailor, stay being a sailor, yeah.
What advice would you give a struggling upcoming artist?
Well, you're in a business of struggle. I mean, you're in a business where everybody think I was telling a gentleman this evening, because I heard a song on the radio and I was like, excuse me, like, what the hell is that? You know, I mean, no, I was like, really? Because I don't wake up in the morning and try to cut nobody here. I'm not a barber. I don't wake up and try and go and pull out nobody's teeth. I ain't no dentist. I live, breathe, eat this, and I've been doing it for, as I told you, since I was this high. You know, so I am new to this. I am true to this. But people wake up in the morning saying, well, I gonna do a tune. I want to eat a food. And take my career that I've invested time. And I was in choirs. I've done cantatas. You know, I was on scouting for talent. I came through the ranks. I toiled to be the best that I can be at what I do. So it's humiliating when somebody just decides to take my career and decide, I want to eat a food, so I go and sing a tune. And the funny thing is, these fellas, it has worked for them.
Yeah, it just works.
I don't know, it's worked for them. You know, but for the young upcoming artists, if you know you're true to this, if you know this is your calling, if you know you were placed on this planet, you were placed on this planet to do this, then do it every day, every minute, every moment. Live it, breathe it, eat it, sleep it, think it. You know, this is, you have to be passionate about this. Because you can't just do this because you want to eat a food and then, you know, okay, you eat a food. Really? It's not fast food. This is thing you have to prepare and put in the oven and time it, and when you hear ping, you take your little fork and you choke and see if it's ready. And this is a meal you have to prepare for. This is no hurry thing. And everybody doing this lablash thing and feel, well, that is music. That is not music. And if it was in the days of the Grandmaster, God rest his soul, he run you. At the Koto, he run you. Pelham Goddard, he's still alive. He will run you until you can't go in tongue with that. Because these producers and songwriters, they didn't settle for dago work. Either do it right or don't do it at all. So as a young artist coming up, be true to what you're doing. There are times when you're suffering, when you're catching your tail, when you have to eat bread, not even bread and butter, bread and jam it. You know, bread and jam, the two of them together, bread and jam. That's all you have. And you eat that, drink water, you're living. Nobody know your business, but you're working at something. You will have hard times. But if you know that you were put on this planet to do this, God wouldn't bring you this far and then lay you drop. He'll take you through it. Whatever he brought you to, he will take you through. You know, my mom and the old people have a saying, drip, drip does fill the bucket. You know, too many times you open the pipe and you want to gush. Be patient. Be patient. Tip. Tip. You know, if you plug your sink, if you, in error, leave the plug in your sink, your kitchen sink in the night, but your tap has a little drip. You know you're waking up to a flood in the morning? You know you're waking up to a flood in the morning. That pick in the morning. Oh God, the kitchen flood. From that drip. So my thing is just to keep patient, keep doing what I'm doing, and do it to the best of my ability.
In a zone, don't worry about no time. We have no kids at home. We go party till morning come and wind down to the ground. So come on baby, and here we have some fun cause I come in. Hold your woman from behind, round she waist and start to whine. I'm feeling to party, cause tonight's gonna be highway. Hold your woman from behind.
It's time for a quiz segment, Your Zen in 10. Anselm, this is our quiz segment where we ask you 10 quick questions so your fans can get to know you a little better, okay? So are you ready?
Okay.
What is the one thing that people will be surprised to know about Anselm Douglas?
That I'm not big on food.
Other love besides music?
I love family.
Favorite color?
I like blue, I like white, I like green. I like plenty colors, I like colors.
Favorite food?
I can drink soup every day.
Favorite calypso?
Progress.
A place you call your Zen?
My bedroom.
Best advice given?
This too shall pass. Stick with it.
What brings you the greatest joy?
Honestly, standing on stage, performing and seeing people have fun. Because that brings, I swear, that brings the most fun to me, just seeing people having fun as I perform and they're totally enjoying themselves. That's it.
Person that influences you the most?
I think it was my mom.
What is the one thing that you cannot live without?
Air.
Well, Anselm, thank you so much for allowing us to hang out with you, and all the best in your future endeavor.
Thank you for having me.
Again and again and again, and we make it go.
Next time on Talking to the Stars. Many people don't know that you are the voice behind the 2011 Sexy Groovy Soca Frenchman Jam, where you collaborated with Misty Vibes and Atlantic.
Yes, I am. I have a wide musical range. I'm not just a soca artist, you know, I came from a gospel background.